How y'all doing? It's Rob Burnham, my care preacher man, R&B, in this episode of Retro TV Money. This time over again, Sons of Anarchy season 4, episode 8. What happens on this week's episode is the Jackson, the rest of Sam Crow is in Ireland, where Abel's supposed to be at, and they drive and they're on the way to the charter where the Sons of Anarchy charter in Ireland is located. Before they get there, they get stopped by the Ireland police, and they're about to deport them. And the club stops them from deporting them because Gemma runs their police truck out off the road that has Jax and the rest of the club in it. And they hold the cops at gunpoint, and they get their IDs and tell them that they tell anybody that they'll come and make their lives even worse than it already is, because come to find out, Jimmy O'Fallon paid these cops off to deport the Sons of Anarchy. So the Sons of Anarchy goes to the club in Ireland, and they meet Maureen Ashby and her daughter, and Jax meets her daughter, and they're getting kind of close, like they want to get in a relationship or whatever. Little do they know they're half brother and sister, so we'll see what happens with that. And Gemma talks to Maureen Ashby about how JT got with her and had her daughter, and she tells Gemma that they need to bury this, because if Jax and her daughter find us out, this is just going to distract Jax, and they really need to tell Jax and her daughter, because if they don't, something's going to happen, and they're going to wind up getting together and their brother and sister, and that's just nasty. But anyway, what happens is they're having a party, and Jax fights the vice president of the Ireland charter, and they have this sparring match or whatever, and Jax wins. And then the priest, who is Maureen Ashby's brother, who is a big part of the IRA, he talks to Jax, and he tells Jax that he needs to kill Jimmy O'Fallon, because Jimmy O'Fallon is the one that's trying to get a hold of Abel and hold him for ransom, when this isn't true. It's the priest that's doing this, and he's going to tell Jax. He tells Jax that he's going to make sure he gets his son back. But while this is happening, Abel's being adopted by an Irish family. So we'll have to see what happens with that. What's happening? Charmin, Tig, and them is trying to help the boxing coach keep his shop, and he leaves a prospect there. And what happens is Salazar, the ex-president of the set Calaveras, attacks the gym and hits the old man upside the head and tells him to tell Sam Crow that the mines that don't cross the mines. So the Salazar is trying to get the mines, and Sons of Anarchy fighting it. That's all that really happened on this week's episode. My question for y'all is, now that Jax is in Ireland, is he going to be able to get Abel back? As always, Preacher Man R&B signing out. Got you, Jesus. Awesome. It's the Nerfs of Retro TV #1. Jax.